So you're thinking about investing in a short-term rental or an Airbnb in the North Georgia mountains? Well, today we're talking about all the things that you need to know in order to avoid an investment mistake. If this is your first time here, I'm Trish Rodriguez with Higher Elevations Real Estate, local real estate agent with eXp Realty. If you want to know all there is about the North Georgia mountains, places to see, things to do, where to live, I do all of that here. So make sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification so that you can stay up to date with everything going on up here. People call me all the time after watching my videos, all with different needs, whether it's moving here, just looking for a vacation home, or if you're looking for some sort of investment property. Having an Airbnb style short-term rental property in the mountains can be a good investment, but there are definitely some things that you will need to know before you jump into this new adventure. The first thing you need to know is that owning a short-term rental is considered like running a business by most local governments, and you have to pay occupancy tax just like a hotel does. With that being said, if you purchase a home in a neighborhood that has covenants that state you cannot run a business out of your home, then you may run into a problem with the local government when you go to apply for that business license. There are a whole host of other things to think about, such as furnishing the rental, supplying it with towels, pots and pans, linens, things of that nature, but also things like safety measures, such as coded locks that can be changed after every guest leaves, fire extinguishers, and proper insurances to make sure that you and the home are properly covered should something ever happen. It's also important to consider how you're going to finance the property, as investment properties are handled differently than your primary residence would be handled. This typically means that your down payment is going to be much larger. You'll likely want to consider hiring a property management company that can help you manage the property in between guests, schedule cleanings, keep up with the payments and the deposits and the return of deposits and things of that nature. Of course, these are all part of the cost when considering purchasing a short-term rental. Now let's talk about how to avoid making a bad investment. Like many real estate deals, it all boils down to location, 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 for a few different reasons. First, you want to make sure that you choose a town that has a large enough tourist pool. Specifically speaking of North Georgia, places like Blue Ridge, Ellijay, and Dahlonega are going to be great choices. They're great locations because they already have a large tourist attraction and a thriving short-term rental market. Beyond that, you want to consider the location of the home, how far it is to the city center, restaurants, hiking, other tourist attractions, as well as whether there is a view. Being in the mountains, most tourists want to rent a cabin with a good view of the mountain ranges. Of course, this also means that you're going to pay more for that spectacular view. Now for the most important part of the location that will keep you from making a bad investment: knowing the local ordinances, rules, and regulations surrounding short-term rentals. Some counties may not allow short-term rentals, and while other counties may allow them, the local city may have an ordinance in place that bans them or severely limits them. Before deciding where you think you want to have a short-term rental, make sure to check with the local county and city to see if they have any ordinances in place. For example, where we live in Blairsville, Union County has a moratorium on short-term rentals for a year, and when that ban is lifted, there are going to be ordinances in place that will potentially prevent any new businesses coming in with short-term rentals. Fannin County, where the city of Blue Ridge is located, allows short-term rentals. However, the city of Blue Ridge only allows them if you are already in a commercially zoned area. This means if you choose a home within the city limits of Blue Ridge, and it's not in a commercially zoned area, you would not be able to apply for the business license that would allow you to run the short-term rental. Gilmore County, where Ellijay is located, is very similar. The county itself allows short-term rentals, but the city of East Ellijay does not allow them. As you're looking for homes that could be a potential short-term rental, make sure to check those local ordinances first. Some listings can be deceiving, talking about making a home a short-term rental or already having a thriving short-term rental market, but that does not mean that you will actually be able to turn it into a short-term rental or that you would be able to continue it, because once a new owner comes in, the new owner has to apply for a new business license, and if there are ordinances in place that will not allow new owners to get that license, then you would not be able to continue that as a short-term rental. For example, in Union County, if someone currently owns a short-term rental and they're doing it under the proper guidelines that Union County allows, if they sell that home and a new person comes in and purchases it with the intention of doing the short-term rental, they currently would not be able to because of the moratorium. If they decide to wait it out a year and then reapply for the license, they still may not be able to do it, because if Union County has met the maximum number of licenses that they're going to allow when the moratorium is lifted, that person still would not qualify. And that means that they would make a bad investment on something that they thought would be able to be a good short-term rental. It's best to know ahead of time before you even go under contract as much as possible. But it's absolutely imperative that you make 100% certain while you're under contract and still in your due diligence that you can do exactly what you want to do with the property. The last thing you want to do is purchase a $500,000 property that you think you're going to be able to pay the rent on and make a profit on, only to find out that you can't do any of that with the property and you've just wasted a lot of money. I hope you found this video helpful and informative. I love it when people reach out, and if you're looking to purchase a short-term rental or some other investment property, or you're looking to move here full-time, please give me a call. I'd love to see how I can help you. If you'd like to learn more about the North Georgia Mountains, please check out some of my other videos. If you have any experience with short-term rentals or have suggestions for other videos, please comment below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.